We are in Yevamot, Perek Yud, 10th chapter, 6th Mishnah. An introduction. Mishnatenu dana beyabam. We're going to start considering a yabam shu ben tesha shanim v'yom echad. The yabam is going to be 9 years old and 1 day. Now, usually you can't do anything legal before you're 13. Usually. There's no legal, it doesn't catch legally whatever you do before the age of 13. Ve'omnam min Torah en ma'aseh katan klum. So from the Torah, the truth is that he cannot do anything legally. He doesn't have the power. He's only a man. He's a child. A child cannot go into contract. Aval chachamim tiknu, but the sages made a takana, they made a decree, שתהה ביעתו של בן 9 שנים ויום אחד, קונה ביבמה כמאמר של גדול. So they say, a מאמר of 9 years old and 1 day doesn't contract anything. It doesn't catch. But a biyah, they say, relationship of a 9-year-old we're going to make it as catching as a mamar by an adult. ואף מאמרו קורא בה מקצת קניין. And even his ma'amar, the kiddushin, is going to catch in her a little bit. A little bit.
It's not logical.
The decree is not logical?
The age and the this, because he cannot support her. He's 9 years old. How he can support her? Give her money, give her clothes, give her everything. If he's a katin.
A couple of things. You're thinking in modern term.
Yeah.
In the old times, 9-year-old went to work.
Oh, really?
And the important part, he has land. That's the important one. So even though if he's not a good worker, he can hire people to work. That's not a problem so much. And a 9-year-old, even go 100 years ago, a 9-year-old went and sold stuff on the street. They will go to Africa, you're going to see. 9-year-olds is already can... Immature, yeah. Enough. Okay. So let's see. Ben 9 shanim v'yom echad. Somebody who's 9 years old and 1 day. הוא פוסל את היבמה על ידי אחים. He makes the יבמה פסול on the brothers. בשביל האחים. What does it mean? שאם בא עליה או עשה במאמר, that if he had relationship with her, or he did a מאמר, היינו שקידשה בכסף ובשטר. What's a מאמר? It's kiddushin. It's a kiddushin for a regular woman, either with money or with a document. הרי היא נאסרת על האחים. At that moment, she becomes forbidden on the brothers. Immediately, she becomes forbidden on the brothers. It's like...
What, he's one of their brothers?
Yeah. There's 10 brothers. One of them died. He's the little one. He came and he gave her a shtar. So the question is, does the shtar make it take out the responsibility of the other brothers or not? So they say over here, that if he did kesef v'shtar, or he did a maimer, now no one is allowed to be with her anymore. That's it. From the brothers. והאחים פוסלים על ידו. And the brothers also are posel by him, for him. What does it mean? But let's go deep into what we said, because we said one is full, a BI is full, and a ma'amar is only half. So over here it looks like it's the same. So אלא שהוא, so it's going to tell you, but him, בין 9 שנים ויום אחד, when he is 9 years old in 1 day, פוסל תחילה. He does makes them not legible, it takes her away from the brothers in the beginning. What does that mean? בגמרא מבואר, in the Gemara it says, שאם עשה במאמר לפני אחיו, he did the מאמר, before the brothers did the מאמר, הוא פוסלה על האחים. He makes all the brothers not be allowed to be with her. אבל לא בסוף, but not in the end. What does it mean? שאם אחיו הגדול עשה במאמר, if his big brother did the מאמר, ואחר כך עשה במאמר זה שהוא בן 9 שנים ויום אחד, and then the small one made another מאמר in her, yeah, whatever he thought, another קידושין, לא פסלה על אחיו. He did not make it puzzle on his brothers, but that's obvious. I don't even need to this. והאחים, so the difference is, because he's a minor, and they are going to be an adult, for them it's going to be a different rule, and now we're going to see the difference. והאחים פוסלים תחילה וסוף, and the brothers can puzzle in the beginning and in the end. What does it mean? שאפילו קדם מאמרו של בן 9 למאמרם של אחים. It means that if the מאמר of the young one, of the 9-year-old, came before all the מאמers of the others, מכל מקום, המאמרם אוסר עליו את היבמה. When they do a מאמרם, now he's not allowed to, because their מאמר is stronger than his מאמר. Yeah? So even though they're not allowed to marry her, if they afterwards, one of them gave her also a ma'amar, now nobody can marry her. That's the difference. Yeah? Because if he does it by himself, if he does the ma'amar by himself, yeah, he makes all the brothers ineligible, but he's still allowed.
Not ma'amar.
Yeah, if he does a ma'amar by himself,
by himself. The brother don't want.
Okay. And afterwards the brother do also a ma'amar. One of the brothers, they're still not allowed to be with her, but he's allowed to be with her. But if the brother does a ma'amar first, and he does a ma'amar first, yeah, afterwards, you see the difference?
No.
Like this. You know what he's going to say במה דברים אמורים. Listen, במה דברים אמורים, what are we talking? שאין בו 9 פוסל אל התחילה. What's the case? במאמר, in a מאמר. So for example,
So if he's the first one to do the מאמר, the brothers, they're school, they can do.
Never. Even if they do a מאמר, they cannot be with her. But that's right. But if they did the מאמר, and then he did the מאמר, yeah, then nobody can.
So what they need to do here?
Because his maimar, even though it shouldn't catch, we're going to catch it anyway.
Okay.
This is talking about maimar. But bi'ah, but if it's going to have relationships, that's a whole different ball game. אבל ביאה פוסלת, אפילו בסוף, even if he does it in the end. I mean, for example, one of the older brothers does a maimar, and he does a bi'ah, it's going to catch. If he does a maimar, it's not going to catch, it's going to catch half, let's say. כך מתפרשים משנתנו בגמרא, בדרך של חסורי מחסרה. This is the way the Gemara explains this Mishnah. And it's hard to see it in the words, but that's the way it is. כיצד? How? בין 9 שנים ויום אחד שבא על יבמתו, we have a case of a 9-year-old and one day he came on his יבמה, אפילו לאחר שעשו באחים מאמר, even after she was already מקודשת, פסל את היבמה על ידי האחים. Now nobody is allowed to be with her. בשביל האחים שאסרה עליהם. באו עליה אחים, כלומר שבא ליבמה אחד מן האחים. What happened if one of the brothers had relationship with the יבמה, ועשו במאמר, or they did a מאמר in her, או נתנו גט או חלצו, או they gave a גט, או they had חליצה, אפילו לאחר ביאתו, even after the small one had relationship, או מאמרו של בנטש, פסלו על ידו. Now he's not allowed to. So this is the difference. Let's take 2 brothers above the age of 9 years old, 2 13 years old, right? So the 2 13 years old, no matter what, after the first one did something, it's done. It's done. It doesn't matter. The other one cannot do anything. Over here, the small one, if the first one did the maimar, bi'ah of somebody else doesn't do anything. It's znut. It's not allowed to be. Over here in the katan, the bi'ah is make it not allowed to be his. In other words, you would think let's do the opposite. If the small one did Hemaimar, and then one of the brothers did Hebi'ah, the Bi'ah oversees the Maimar. But the opposite, if the small one did the Maimar, and an old one did a Bi'ah, then the Bi'ah is going to supersede the Maimar of the small one. Because it's only half a Kinyan. Yeah.
That's what he wants to say.
Yeah. פסל על ידו. אסרו את היבמה על אחיהם בין 9 שנים ויום אחד. So even though he had relationship with the woman, he says, I'm strong, the relationship is much stronger, it's finishes. It says, your relationship is not finished enough. In other words, our mimer oversees your relationship. If it was the opposite, our mimer oversees your bia.